You're listening to Up the Turnpike with hosts Mitch Anderson and Matt O'Leary.
Hello and welcome to Up the Turnpike's post-game show. What is going on? I am Matt O'Leary. I'm joined as always by my good friend Mitch Anderson. Mitch, this was a tough one tonight.
Yeah, my gosh, holy cow! Actually, you know what? The scoreline sucked, but I thought that they played relatively well. Relatively, like they still got a number of shots, number of opportunities. It just the Minnesota Wild found every single mistake the Islanders did and killed them for it.
Well, oh, we know this is chance of winning. Where's the win-o-meter? I'm trying to look for the win-o-meter from
Money Puck. Usually a little bit lower on the page, I think. Or maybe they haven't resolved.
Oh no,
that.
they have. Hang on. Is this the right tab? Let's do it.
It's gonna
68.5%.
Yeah,
it's going up.
Right.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere 66%. Like 2/3 of the time they win all the time.
Yeah.
That's how we're doing. What about you? How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It was regular old Friday, was settling in to watch this Islanders game, and just right out of the gate kind of deflating when you give up a couple of goals. And I think that's where we start this one, Mitch, in the first period here, where Vinny Heinestroza scores his second of the year to give the Wild a 1-0 lead.
Yeah. So we were talking about this before we got on, and we're like, I forget exactly how those goals went in. And then you see it here. He's just Romanov could not keep up with him.
Bro. The Romanov-D'Angelo pair had a horrendous showing tonight. I was trying to think of the word that I wanted to use, and then I edited myself and went with horrendous. But neither of the two of them were good at all tonight.
No, and they decided to switch up the pairings a little bit at the end, right? I saw Schaefer's out there with D'Angelo, may have been a missed shift or something like that, or rearranging of the shifts, but it seemed that they split them up at least at the end. That one was just Romanov not finding his guy, and as Patty said, like he's going to be hard on himself about that, and rightfully so. But you can't be too hard on yourself because you still have another, at this point, 7 minutes in, they still have 53 minutes to play. You got a lot of time to focus up, bud.
Yeah, they absolutely do have a lot more time. But unfortunately, they would just dig themselves a bigger hole as Danilo Yurov scores his second of the year as well. When you know it, Mitch, the fourth line and the D'Angelo Romanov pair on once again.
Yeah, just losing a puck battle, right?
That should be a strength of Romanov, who's a physical player.
You should be able to win I'm going to say 50-50 puck battle just because that's like the cliche term, but
dude,
he's on
really
that one.
Wasn't. I mean, can I start this over? I know like we're pausing dots here for a second, but this, I mean, come on.
He ends up
13
almost,
gets it.
Yeah. Whoever that is, that Boldy, I don't know. It doesn't matter. No, it's not, but either way, like Romanov should not be losing those puck battles. And then it comes to scrum to the front of the net, and they get a kind of greasy goal, if you will. But that's all out of a forecheck, right? It all created out of a forecheck that we lost out of an advantageous position. We were in the advantageous position here, and we lost out, which is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it is embarrassing. And they were down 2-0. Like you said, they did get their shots off. They had 10 in the period to Minnesota's 7. And Minnesota actually scored on their first shot of the game, too, which I believe they were up either 4 or 5-0 in shots at that time. They had a power play that they weren't able to convert on.
Classic.
Classic, right? That at the 3-minute mark, you had a tripping against Anthony Duclair. They go on a power play. A minute or two after the power play expires, Minnesota gets on the board. It's like, man, like you had an opportunity to go up 1-0 on a power play, and like, I don't know about you, but like that really changes the momentum of the early start of the game. I'm not saying they still win the game, but I think it changes the complexion of the first period, at least.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You come out of the gate flying. As you said, they were up 5-0 in shots at one point, and then the Minnesota Wild come out. Sorry, they get 5-0 in shots after not only just keeping momentum in the Minnesota Wild and generating a power play out of it, which is the entire point. Like, if you can't score a goal with all that pressure, at least you get yourself into a power play which gives you a better chance of scoring said goal. But they don't score a goal out of both of those positions. And then they make one little dumb mistake, not even little, but kind of mistake, where they just can't keep up to the player and it ends up in the back of their net. And you're now down 1-0. It gives you that kind of sense of like, wow, here we friggin' go. Can't do anything right type of thing. And well, yeah, man, like you still have plenty of time to come out of it, but they clearly didn't do that.
No, and the thing is, I thought they had a chance to, especially with how the second period started. So let's go to that one. Emil Heineman scores his 6th of the year. Really nice play from Barzal and Horvat to set it up. Yeah, you'll see it kind of get set up here in a moment, but Barzal to Horvat, wide open to Heineman, who puts it in. Perfect.
Just chills seeing that what there's going to be a better goal later. It's not going to be ours, spoiler.
No.
But that goal gave me chills. It was so well worked between the three of them. It's just cerebral goal, right? Matthew Barzal knows where he's going, but Horvat knows where he's going to go. Emil Heineman knows exactly where it's coming from, and it's in. Just bing, bang, boom, and it's just perfect. This is what you want to see from your first line. These cerebral type of plays, because that's how the game is played.
Yeah, without a doubt. I can I do one positive thing, because there's not going to be many positives tonight from this one. I really like that line together. And he has 6 goals already. He had 10 all of last year. So just to put that in perspective, 6 through 14 games. We're not a math podcast. We never claimed to be, but quick math on that tells me he is pacing out for 35 goals.
He was a toss in.
I don't think he's going to hit 35, but I think there's something there clearly with the Barzal, Horvat, and the Heineman line.
Yeah, well, 6 goals and how many points on the year?
9.
9 points in 12 games. So you're looking at somewhere around a 60-point player, right? I don't, again, quick arithmetic is not my thing.
53.
Okay. Between 50 and 60 points. That's amazing. And the potential for 35 goals, amazing. That, again, tossing. You got that. And he's still young. He's only 24 years old. Like, you still have that for a while, on top of having Keishon Aitchison, who scored a goddamn hat trick in the first period today.
Yeah. There's 5 straight games with a goal for him.
That sounds right. Yes.
And 9 points over that 5 game span. This is just, he's absurd right now. So that's another, well, we're going to do 2 minutes on positives here before we get to the rest of the goals here. We have a lot more Minnesota Wild goals to talk about tonight. So
yeah, no, just phenomenal stuff from that specific Noah Dobson trade, which is, again, us copying out, just hitting us hard in the veins with the copium, because it's going to start breaking down from here on out. But yeah, you come out in the second period as you did in the first. Perfect. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, you might be down 2-0, but you can still control your fate. You have 40 minutes to do this. They scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. You can certainly score 3 goals in 40 minutes. They get one, and then immediately allow
a minute, 20 seconds later, Mitch, Brock Faber gets one to go here.
And like, there's not much to complain about this goal, really. Maybe some people are going to say like Schaefer doesn't clear it enough. You're like, okay, well, it was stopped at the line there. There's not much more he could do there.
No, but Romanov didn't win a puck battle again, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And then here, maybe Schaefer should have been covering the far side post so that wraparound attempt doesn't get made, but good job on Rittich for stopping that wraparound attempt. And then true. Schaefer tries to clear it. It gets to Faber, who stops it and just throws one on net. It is a speculative shot that goes in. I'm not saying it's a lucky goal, because shooter's got to shoot. That's what he did. But like, it wasn't a well-drilled goal that we're going to see later. No,
it was knuckling in there pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think had a little tailed off at the end and just snuck under David Rittich, who wasn't great tonight. I'm not putting this loss. I'm not saying like the Islanders would have won if they got better goalie play. I don't necessarily think that's the case.
I don't think so. No.
But yeah, it was just tough. That's all.
Yeah. I think the only complaint that we can make here is that the Islanders weren't there. And there's kind of a comment that we see here from, I just got to find it, from Cold Blooded, that the team has no heart. They show up once every 3 games, no hard hits except for 51, no fights, nothing, just belts to ass.
Belt to ass.
But that's kind of where I wanted to play here, is that the team has no heart. They went in after the goal saying, okay, we're back in this game, but they couldn't manage the pushback from the Minnesota Wilds, who were like, well, we're not going to take this sitting down.
Yeah, they're going to roll over.
Generate this opportunity.
Right. You got to know they're not going to roll over and die, right? And like,
exactly.
They're starting to get a little bit more healthy. This was the first game back for not Mika Zibanejad, Jesus, the other a former Ranger, not the current Ranger, Matt Zuccarello. I don't know why I just mixed them up there, but I did in my head. Don't blame me. It's Friday night, but
Zed last name. They both have a Zed last name. There you go.
Yeah, they're close enough. Good enough for me. I'll take that. Thank you for having my back. You're my teammate.
You're welcome.
But yeah, now you're in a 3-1 hole. It's like crap. Now you're back down to chasing 2 goals, and well, Mitch, they'd end up having to chase 3 goals as Marco Rossi would make it a 4-1 game.
I mean, give all the credit here to Kirill Kaprizov.
Oh, good Lord, what a pass!
That pass and the skating, Marco Rossi. All that Schaefer could do there was not enough. It was not enough. He tried to catch up to Bolda here, and he just couldn't do it.
Talk about thread the needle.
Yeah, right. Because Schaefer and Mayfield are coming to try to intercept that puck, and still
in different directions too. Mayfield's coming this way, Schaefer's going that way.
Yeah, just outstanding stuff.
Unreal.
Maybe Schaefer shouldn't have made that pass to Pajot, because there was no. If you can put that back up there.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
There's no angle there for Pajot. He gets closed down. Oh well, maybe there was, but it just seems like he's way too hesitant for that shot. So it may have been a bit too behind him.
It was. I wanted him to shoot. He passed up a shooting opportunity, and like, what do you know? Then it goes back the other way. But real time reaction before the goal. After that, my reaction was like, man, like when you get a look like that in the slot, can we slow it down here? Like
right there.
I would have preferred him to rip it on net. I know it looks like Pajot's open, but the pass was a little bit behind him, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's hard to tell from the visualization, but like that's got to be really like here, so he's catching up to it, and because he's a righty, he's not a lefty, so it's not like he's coming in on the offside and just gonna bang it home. It was kind of at his feet and would have had to kick it forward and then get something on net. So like, if you're gonna make that play, you got to put it in front of him. But I don't know. Sometimes this is a story of the Islanders. They try to get too fancy, and it's just like, I don't know, put one on net. Maybe gets a rebound.
That probably would have been the better play. Get the rebound, get that shot low far side. He's going to kick out to Pager probably, and then he's got a wide open net potentially to hit that in. It's speculative, sure, but so is the pass. So like, and of course, this is us trying to find extra negatives here, right? This is us trying to find poking holes in Matthew Schaefer's game, which maybe isn't fair, but I don't want us to only sit here and be like, he's the greatest player since sliced bread. Let's go. It's going to be great. Everything's great.
No, we have to be fair with these guys. And just because we, critical of a couple of plays that he made tonight, like, that's fair evaluation. Yeah, no, right. We're not coming on here going, oh, the guy stinks. He's overrated, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's clearly not the case. No. He's awesome, but he's a freshly turned 18-year-old. Nights like this in the NHL, 14 games into your career, like that's going to happen sometimes, man.
Yeah, exactly. But we get back in the fight kind of with Anders Lee going like, I saw that pass you just made, Kaprizov, hold my beer, and I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, look at this. Third line doing the damn thing.
Right? They win a puck battle, and then he just throws it right where Pajot needs it. But Pajot does a lot here to cut through and get it up. The elevation he got on that puck, it almost looked like it didn't go in.
Yeah.
Until you look at it again, you're like, that was very much it.
I thought because of how it kind of bounces out, I'm like, did he just put that off the crossbar and it literally just sat down like right on the goal line? But clearly not the case. That's goal number 4 for JG Pajot. Assist number 8 for Anders Lee. Both guys pretty productive. Again, just because we are, I know what Mitch is doing right there. He's talking trade stock value. Going up, up, up. Our every post-game reminder, JG Pajot in the face-off dot tonight, Mitch, 71.4%.
Oh, Christ. He's just not fair. He's a cheat code in terms of face-offs, which is a great selling point.
Somebody who's a playoff team is going to be like, wow, this guy's winning 62% of his face-offs at the trade deadline. And with another goal tonight, he is up to how many points do we think for JG Pajot?
8. I'm going to say 8 points on the year.
You hit it on the head. 8 points in 14 games.
Yeah. So what is that? A 45, 46 point pace?
82, 47.
Oh, I almost had good quick arithmetic. Sorry, people.
I mean, that sounds like a third line center of a team that's trying to make a cup run. So we know that you're listening. You know, anyone who thinks they're a contender right now that's tuning into the Up the Turnpike postgame show for a November Islanders game, JG Pajot can be yours for a future first round pick.
Yeah, like PS is saying here in the comments, Pajot will bring a lot in return at the trade deadline. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will get our return back from him.
Absolutely.
But then because Lee, said, Kaprizov, let me see, I can do what you can do. And then Kaprizov's like, no, you can't.
No,
watch this shit.
I'm glad they showed the replay as many times as they did on this one. And I don't know if the dots are going to do it justice here, but just an unbelievable play from Zuccarello and Kaprizov.
Yeah. Great interception here, but it's this pass here. Oh, it's behind the legs.
That is just
or between the legs, right? That he goes to Zook. So back to him, then Zook waits until he gets in an opening, and it's just glorious.
No chance for either Pollock or like you're in a blender there. That's just skill taking over, and like clearly not going to blame Riddich on that. Riddich, on that one. Right. Just you gotta tip your cap and just go. That was freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like how PS is saying here it's a Pollock giveaway at the blue line, and it really is.
Yeah, it was. That's true.
So like, just again, it's kind of like what we said. The score line looks bad, and it is. I'm not going to say like, oh, the Islanders deserve to win. We already went over that. They had like a 33% deserve to win chance, or whatever way you want to say that. But we made every mistake we made, they capitalize on, which is the sign of a good team. That's what they're supposed to do.
Sure.
I'm not saying we should have won. It's just, it really sucks when you're like, we did play kind of well. It's just when we made a dumb mistake in the back of the net.
When I give you some of these stats, you're going to understand why tonight went the way that it did.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So shots on goal, pretty even. Islanders 27, Minnesota Wild 26. Mm-hmm. Face-off percentage, Islanders better. Not surprising, 54.8% to the Wild's 45.2. Yeah. Islanders go 0 for 2 on the power play. That's one. They killed the only Minnesota Wild power play, which is a good thing, obviously. But 4 minutes for the Wild in penalties to the Islanders 2. Hits 16-15, Wild with one more. Block shots, Islanders blocked 15 to the Wild's 11. This is what I was referencing, Mitch. Giveaways. The Minnesota Wild had 13 giveaways in this game. The New York Islanders, 22.
Oh, it's big, man. That's a big difference.
Yep. And 6 takeaways for the Wild to the Islanders, too. Like that.
Yeah.
It was just a sloppy game. And like you said, they capitalized on all the mistakes that the Islanders made tonight, which is going to, when you make that many mistakes, that's what's going to happen to you, unfortunately. Yeah.
So that's what 22 unforced turnovers, not counting the ones that were, they did make, and maybe not unforced, but 22 turnovers, 28 turnovers. Sorry, 22 plus 6. That's rough, man. That's rough. On top of the ones that we do accidentally, where you take a shot and it just ends up on their stick type of thing. Like, God damn it, man. It's just bad puck management.
It is. Do you want to guess some ice times here?
Sure. I'm going to say Bo Horvat leads the team in ice time.
That would have been my guess. He's second. Matt Barzal is first at 2046. Horvat was 2015.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like just to say there's a difference.
Yeah. Same amount of shifts, some marginal difference.
Yeah. Matty was pretty good today. I thought he skated pretty well. That top line did very well, as you mentioned earlier. So that doesn't surprise me.
No. Yeah. Good day for the top line, I would say.
Yeah. I'm going to say least amount of ice time is no shocker, Kyle McLean.
More than you would think, though. 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay.
I am so over that fourth line.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few comments here, too. Like Gary saying Cizikas and McLean could really help Bridgeport, although they won tonight 6-2. But still, yes.
Yep.
What is it? There's PS saying I've seen enough of Cizikas and Pollock. Both have become senior citizens overnight. And then there's someone else. Oh, yeah. It's Vegeta with a binky saying Cizikas is really struggling this year for sure.
Yeah. It's rough.
It's not working out, which is not the first time now. Like this is 2 years in a row where the fourth line is crap. And we had to take Matt Martin out of retirement. Not that it really helped anything.
But that was like that ripcord. All right, let's see if we can get some magic back here. And it didn't work, but it is so over for Casey Cizikas, unfortunately.
It really is. We need another center down there, which we can find, I'm sure. It's going to be okay on that fourth line eventually. It's just that's one line that you just can't count on anymore.
Agree.
Team leader for defenseman, I'm going to say is Romanov. I feel like Patty put him out there a lot.
No, Matthew Schaefer, 23 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay. Wow. Only 23 minutes to lead the team.
Yeah. Oh, well, a second off from 24, but yes.
Okay. Still, yeah. All right. Then least amount of ice time. I'm going to go with Ryan Pollock, hopefully.
No, he was second. Your first guess, Alex Romanov, was the least. He played 16:38, and all that 16:38 was very noticeable and not in a good way. -3 tonight on the ice for 3 goals against.
Okay, my eyes must have been deceiving me then.
I would have thought
this is what I get for watching it on mute.
No, fair enough, but also too, I think it's just because every time he was out there, it felt like he was doing something noticeable, and I mean that in a bad way.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like when you hear the goalie's name too much, you're like, that's not a good thing.
Correct. Like, you know, for a defenseman, if you don't hear his name, that's usually a good sign. And Romanov's name we heard a lot.
Yeah, not great at all. But hopefully he can bounce back. Patty's got confidence in them. Obviously, Matthew Dash has confidence in him as well because he gave him that 8-year
contract, man.
But see if he can bounce back from it. We play tomorrow, so
quick turnaround.
Time.
Yeah, quick turnaround. As for the goalie play, David Rittich stopped 21 of 26, 5 goals against, 808 save percentage.
I thought Big Save Dave was fine. You?
Yeah, really no issue. I mean, if we're nitpicking, maybe that which goal was it? The fourth one? No, the Faber one. I'm sorry. The fluttery one, maybe. But I mean, again, I'm not going to kill him tonight.
No, exactly. I'm the same way. Like he was fine. He did what he was supposed to do. Again, like stopped a few goals. So like from going in, British was fine.
Let's do some comments before we hop out of here for tonight.
All right, let's go. I guess first one is right, Brandon Paul, because I'm at the bottom saying British was terrible. The frig you mean fine? I mean, he was fine.
I don't know.
You're going to look at the number of goals going in. That's not necessarily indicative of what happened.
No, I don't. I would be curious to see what the expected goals were in this game. I don't think it's going to come backwards. Like the Wilds were 2.4 in expected goals, and they got 5.
3.52 expected goals, and they scored 5. So they scored 1.5 above expected.
Okay, so I gave him 1 goal. That was tough.
Apparently, we can't watch the same thing because Brandon's like, I was at the game, and you looked out of position. Just because you were at the game doesn't mean that no one else is watching, Brandon. Like, we're also watching the game. We see it too, buddy. I guess you can watch him when the puck is not in the end, but that doesn't matter because he's not doing anything.
The third one, the Faber one, I take issue with. That makes up one of the 1.5. But okay, fair enough.
I really don't. Again, I'm not sitting here going like you need to win the Vezina Trophy, and we hung our goalie out to dry. We did not. But like, well, then I don't know what you're trying to say, Brandon. By like, I was at the game. That doesn't matter. You added a justification that doesn't need to be there. So good job by you. I'm very combative tonight. I'm an adult. I don't need to be doing that. Sorry, Brandon. I don't know what I'm doing here. But he wasn't a problem. He wasn't a solution either.
No, I mean, he played like a backup goalie would play, I think personally. Yeah. But exactly. And when you have 22 turnovers, it's not going to look good.
It's not going to look good. Pantrese like that. Pantrese saying that was a hard watch. Lol, it just looks like all but 1 or 2 guys don't even want to be on the ice.
I would top line, third line look good. I'm going to skip ahead. We can work our way back, but there was a comment from I can't find it now. Andre says, I've seen enough of Druin too. I think the second line was pretty anonymous today.
Yeah, they were pretty anonymous today. That's for sure. I don't know what to do about that though. You got 2 veterans and a decent rookie running.
Well, I mean, I hate to keep picking on Palmieri, but how many times he's just going to shoot it into the crest 55 times a game? That's where we're at right now. He had 3 shots on net tonight. Druin didn't have any, I don't think.
That doesn't surprise me, but yeah.
He had 3 or maybe 1. Where the hell is his
29.
Yeah, 0. Richie had 1.
Yeah. And Palms, 3 shots on net. It's clear that they're trying to feed Palms, and that makes sense. He's the better shooter on the line. It's just they're not really doing a whole lot. If we look at the line reports here, they shuffled lines. My God, they shuffled lines today. Duke even had time with Bo and Barzell, though. 52 seconds. We have Dwight Ritchie, Palmieri for 719, a minus 23 relative Corsi, and a minus 31 relative expected goals. So compared to the other lines on the team, they were no bueno.
No, net negative, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's just, we got to figure it out on that second line if we want to be a little bit more competitive. Maybe we don't want to be. Maybe you're on Team Tank and you don't want to be either. And this works. Like Richie's learning. He's learning from these two guys. But Dwayne needs to be a little bit better with the puck. It felt like he was a little bit too loosey-goosey trying to make some really high-level plays, which I think when you've got a rookie running the center, you just keep it simple, man.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
Because it just is going to work off better. You're asking too much from this guy. If you're looking for the high level plays, like Dwayne's got to give away today. Like that's not enough. Although Palm's 3.
Yeah. What I don't think is helping is this a guy who's like, this is game 4 for him this year. And there's been moments the production hasn't been there. Mm-hmm. But I think through the first 2 games, I was more optimistic about the production coming. The last 2, I don't think have been as noticeable for Cal Ritchie.
Yeah.
But also, too, like you have those 2 veterans. Jonathan Drouin's been in this league for a long time. Kyle Palmieri's been in this league for a long time. They need to do more to help out their young center, I think, personally.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. They need to do more of the heavy lifting. They are the veterans. We should not be asking this kid in game number 4 to be the engine that runs the second line of this NHL team.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. Also, because he's had 9 games, not even 7 games of NHL experience prior to this last year. He's coming off of an injury here before he gets, he's got to catch up to moving train type of thing.
It's game 11. Like it's going to be bumpy at times.
Yeah, exactly. Brendan saying Kirill is so good. He's fun to watch. And thank God for that, because it would have been rough to watch otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, he had 2 special plays tonight that led to goals.
Yeah. Justifies the payday he received. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, really fun player. I'd like him on my team.
Absolutely. PS is saying this team is certainly nowhere near Tampa Bay, and he has no loyalty to any of these players, including Lee, Palmieri, and Pollock. That was in relation to a comment he made before, saying, "I'm envisioning Dash taking detailed notes of who will be gone next season."
That's what we said, right? Going into the year, they're going to use it as an evaluation season. Like if they play above what expectation is, fine. But I didn't think they'd do make any trades to go for it this year if they were hanging around the playoff line, or if they aren't good, then okay, you're going to figure out like which of these guys am I keeping, who am I trying to move on from. And he has a ton of ammunition to continue to go through this retool that the Islanders are, right? Like we've talked about Pajot and Lee tonight. Both had good games. Both have been playing well. On expiring deals could get you a solid return in trades. Mm-hmm. You have the first round pick from the Brock Nelson trade a year ago. There's work to be done this offseason, and I think he could do it.
Yeah, agreed. Gary, this 7-game road trip will be the beginning of the end for any playoff expectation. It's time to look forward to next year and beyond. So they go on the road as of tomorrow. Technically, they play the Rangers at MSG, and then it's at Devils, at Golden Knights, at Mammoth, at Avalanche, at Stars, at Red Wings. Holy shit. I'm not too worried about the Red Wings compared to the other names there, but holy
no,
crap.
that's kind of a gauntlet. The kind of a must win for you against the Rangers tomorrow, because the Devils have been incredible to start the year. Vegas is good, Utah's good, Colorado's good. Dallas, I know, has kind of had like a shaky start, but that's a good team. Yeah, 2-5 on this road trip.
God, and I think that's I'm not going to say that's ceiling, but that has to be, they can't do worse than that. Not that it changes anything. You go 2-5, you're still not making the playoffs.
No. We're obviously, right. And that's not our expectation this year. So if they did have a 2-5 stretch, I don't think we're going to come on and kill them, but I just have it's hard to have high expectations for this team going on a road trip like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's going to be tough. And yeah, will it kill any playoff hopes? Maybe, probably. Not that to say that any of our playoffs hopes, and I know Gary's not saying that either, but like I don't think any of our playoffs hopes were high to begin with.
No,
But if you had any, this will certainly kill it. And then we could just sit here and talk about like, let's see how some of these kids like Richie and Schaefer are evolving.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Well, fingers crossed. Like at least those two show us something. You know, guys who are going to be here show us something. Hell, guys you might want to trade, continue to show us something. Pajot, keep winning 70% of your face-offs and putting up a point every other night. Like, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah. From PS saying so many on this team are made for the Barry Trotz defense first system and don't have the speed or skill for what WoW wants to do. Pellick, Pollock, and Mayfield are all stay-at-home defensive statues. I like how you end that.
Yeah, I mean that the two of them, at least you have two of the three together. It's not like you've split them up and like you have one defensive guy on each, like Mayfield with Schaefer. That's two opposing pieces. Pellick and Pollock are together. So I don't know. Do you split them up and go like Pellick, Schaefer, Pollock, Romanov, and Mayfield? Who am I missing? D'Angelo?
D'Angelo.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I scratch D'Angelo, get Isaiah George up here, / Marshall Warren.
I guess. Sorry, my mic is low here. You might have to make some changes there on the blue line because PS is absolutely right, and he's not the only one. Like he's saying it later as well, actually. So it is the only one for now. But I'm sure others at home are thinking the same thing.
Oh, no doubt.
When you watch the games, don't you get the feeling that there are at least 5 guys that would love to have Trotz and his system back? I'm like, yeah, the goalies are 2 of them. And then, yeah, those 3 guys that you mentioned in the blue line. Absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, they're just not made for what we're trying to do going forward. But like some of those guys are here for a while.
Yep.
It's wild. What do we got here? Andre is saying, guys, is it me or does Richie need to work on his skating? I like to see him pick up pace.
Yeah, I think that's something you brought up recently too. That the skating, that's not necessarily his strong suit of his game.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I saw comments saying like he's ultra fast, and I was going, maybe I'm not watching the same thing, and so I looked at the stats. And like the stats are backing up what I'm seeing. I'm not calling him slow, and I know Andre's not calling him slow either. He just wants him to be a little bit faster. But he's like, last I checked, 66 percentile. I think I'm being generous in terms of like top skating speed.
Okay.
Right. In the NHL. And he's only played 4 games. So, you haven't really given a whole lot of time to put up a top skating speed. But it tells you he's not a road runner out there. He's fresh on the season type of thing. And yeah, he's not killing it speed wise, which is okay. Brock Nelson was not a speed demon either. And he was completely effective. Could he use a bit more pace? Yes.
Yeah,
please.
for sure. Nope, definitely. And especially because that's how they want to play.
Absolutely. Gary coming in with the go comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Amen.
Amen to that. And then closing out for now, James Farrell says, guys, my son sent a text about Kayshawn Aitchison. He has 12 goals, 8 assists, 20 points.
In how many games has he played?
Yeah. I thought he had more than that already.
Well, after tonight.
Yeah. Well, he had 3 goals tonight, so he's right up there. OHL usually does their stats pretty quickly. If I can find that. Bear with me a second here, people. Stats.
Hockey DB has him at, oh no, not Hockey DB, excuse me. Elite Prospects has him at 23 points, 15 goals in 18 games. I think that's updated.
Right. That is updated. So 15 goals in 18 games with 23 points, plus 11 on the season, 3 game winning goals, 1.28 points per game from a defenseman.
It's been really good.
Yeah. Where is he in terms of the goal scoring? He's got the most power play goals in the league. He's got 6, which is freaking
awesome.
Dope. But with 15 goals, apparently he should be co-leading. At this point, he's not. And I don't know why, but he's up there. Okay. So yeah, just that's insane, man. Yeah. He's tied. Nope. Sorry. Second in the OHL for goals. Merrick Van Acker has 16.
And as a reminder, Kayshawn Aitchison plays defense.
That's correct. He's an 18-year-old defenseman, and he has 15 goals in 18 games. Second in the OHL for scoring. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I know Obviously, and James asked, do you bring him up? They can't with him in the OHL.
Yeah.
But, and I don't want to, like, this isn't necessarily the forum for it, but I'm going to put you on the spot anyway. Is like next year a realistic look for him in training camp?
I guess it depends on where we are, but you probably because at this point, assuming he doesn't go to college, which is probably the best idea for him, he can't go to the AHL. He's too young. And also he's coming out of the OHL. So he's too young to go to the AHL next year. He might be too young to go to the NHL. Do you send him back to juniors? Like, he's dominating now. He's only going to kill it even more next year.
Well, hold on, because he has a late birthday. So he's 19. He just turned 19 in September. So he would turn 20 in September. He wouldn't be 19. So does that matter?
So he turns starting in next year, he turns 20. He'll be 20 in September.
September 21st of next year, he will be 20 years old.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that would work then.
Right, because I thought it was 19-year-olds can't. I thought 20 was the cutoff for the AHL.
It would be. It should be if you turn 20 by December 15th
of that year.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does.
He should be fine then if that's the case. Don't quote us on that necessarily, but he might be able to join the AHL next year, and that would be the play. Clearly, that's what they want to do.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. And as Gary's saying,
Gary the GOAT. I was just going to mention this.
Yeah, next year the NHL will allow each team one AHL player at age 19. Yes, right, absolutely.
So he could even be the exception for it if, for whatever reasons, like the cutoff is earlier than we think it is.
Yeah, and then Andre's confirming with the CBA thing too. So like, yeah, okay, we did it. Good job, us.
Yeah, we fixed it. There we go.
As a group, we did it. Good job.
Couldn't
everyone.
do it without you, chat. We love you.
Absolutely. There's not a whole lot more here, but like there is. I want to see Brandon saying unrelated. But did you guys see what Patrick Kane did tonight? I did not. What did Patrick Kane do tonight?
I'm gonna look it up.
Is this something like needs to like? Do you just chill it?
He had an empty net opportunity and missed it. Like Jonathan Quick came out of the net to play it and turned it right over to Patrick Kane. He was behind him and just missed.
Oh, I have to see this.
Yeah, I can't pull it up on screen because the replay, the NHL is gonna bang us for copyright. Yeah. But if you type it in on Twitter, it'll come up right away.
Oh, I just saw it. Oh, not complete Marcel Gosh, where he just skies it on a wide open net, or whoever it was for Dallas back in those years against the Edmonton Oilers, but still quite embarrassing for a finisher of his talents.
No, surprising. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oof, that's rough, but that's it. Thank you, Brendan, for showing that one there. Oh boy.
Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us on this one. Before you head out, leave a like on the stream. Really helps us out a lot. We appreciate the support. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the Patreon if you're not a patron member. You get 2 long-form podcasts a week, as well as a Discord community of Islanders fans. So make sure to check that out. For Mitch, Matt, we'll catch you guys next time.